Hi everyone, it's Andrew Wallen, and I'd like to talk about orthorexia today. It's become the most talked about eating disorder among treatment providers over the last 5 years or so. First off, what is it? Orthorexia is described as a fixation on righteous eating, where someone is obsessed with only consuming foods that are pure and perfect. Often a precursor to anorexia, orthorexia is well tied to the clean eating movement powered by social media. When this term first popped up, it was considered a fringe movement to counter the proliferation of manufactured foods over the last several decades. It started out with good intentions of eating more whole and unprocessed foods, which those terms in and of themselves are hard enough to define. But who can blame someone for wanting to cook more at home and feel, healthier? But in time, clean eating moved from being a way of eating to becoming a belief system that judged food and people as pure or impure, good or bad. It is highly reinforced in grocery stores, commercials, cookbooks, blogs, vlogs, and the like, promising inner purity and outer beauty. They promise no fear and no guilt eating, which is why so many intelligent people are deciding to put their faith in it. And who can blame them for wanting this? In our modern food culture, we have seen a significant rise in type 2 diabetes, heart disease, cancer, autoimmune disorders, and other food and lifestyle-related diseases. We've been told by health experts to avoid sugar, fat, white flour, anything that might be considered beige foods, only to find that despite all of these directives, we're still getting unhealthier as a society. These so-called experts are typically hawking products and playing into this fear. They've borrowed from fads like the paleo diets, to Atkins, to even the 1960s macrobiotics, and whatever else they can get their hands on. And these fads have morphed into screeds declaring the need for real food and detox diets. The number of folks with no diagnosable issues with gluten began to avoid it at 3 times the normal rate over the last decade. In addition, there's no proof that dairy causes ailments like irritable bowel or joint pain, but experts are still saying it's worth cutting out anyway, just in case. Countless clients are getting advice from their eye doctor to their chiropractor on what foods to eat and what not to eat so they too can be clean. As you have heard me say, genetics loads the gun and environment pulls the trigger. And as clients with inborn anxiety begin to restrict and fixate on their food choices due to all of this false and misinformation, they become sicker and more engaged in these eating disorder behaviors. The food rules of no dairy, no fat, no grains, no meat, raw veggies only, well, these all just become a guise for restriction. Most clinicians in the field report their clients are either following or want to follow a clean way of eating. And what makes treatment hard is, as a clinician, there's some truth to the original premise of clean eating that, hey, wouldn't it be nice to have more vegetables? Have less refined sugar, maybe eat a little less meat. As a culture, okay, that makes sense. The problem is getting clients to understand that the absolutism of clean eating is the major issue with the movement. So for me, I always fall back on the guiding mantra of my own dietitian that I saw while I was going through treatment myself, where she said, everything in moderation, including moderation, i.e., hey, sometimes you get to have a party. There is no perfect diet. Choose one you can live with and enjoy life through. Hope you have a good one. If we can be of help, give us a call. Take care.